Hi everybody, this is a follow-up video to when I planted these seeds, these succulent seeds, on August 9th. I'll post a link to that video in the description box below, but I just wanted to show you guys what they look like today, 4 weeks later, and what I did wrong or what I should have done better. We'll see how they do in another 4 weeks. These are all very slow growing succulents. I've planted lithops. There's mixed lithops that came with my package. There's lithops Caras montana, which is a red lithops. Echeveria laui, mixed echeveria, two sedums. One is suavolens and the other one is Perez de la Rosa. So I would say that the lithops were actually the first ones to actually pop up within, I think it was about a week that they started to come up. I'm just going to show you the lithops mix. These guys were the first ones to come up. Sorry, I'm just trying to zoom in on my camera so you can see. So there are those three. And then there is another one. Where's my favorite little guy? So just showing you a little bit closer, those three. There he is, this guy. So he was actually the first one to sprout, and he's actually the biggest of them all. So I reckon I probably sprinkled about maybe 5 seeds in this container, and of the 5 seeds, 4 sprouted, possibly one that I've lost because there was a little one off to the side that I can't seem to find now. So I probably lost that guy. So I would consider the lithops mix an absolute success. Now the fancy lithops, the Caras montana red top, I did not plant 10 seeds. I planted maybe half the packet. It's hard to tell. And of that, only 2 have come up. You can see them there. There's one, and there's the other one. So there are 2 that have come up that I've seen so far in this container. The little greenish yellow blobs, I believe, are just algae growing on the perlite. So that's the other lithops. Echeveria mixed, however. So here's where I messed up with the echeverias. I left them on my heat mat, and I wondered why they hadn't sprouted yet. These are green that you see. They're not actually echeveria seedlings. They're actually algae on the perlite specks. At least that's what I think, because they don't look like seedlings to me under the zoom of my camera. So the mixed echeveria, I did not get anything sprout. However, the echeveria laui, as you can see, there are 3 tiny little babies, maybe 4. And that's possibly another one, so 5. So I would say the echeveria laui, which I was really hoping for, have only sprouted within the last week. And again, that's because I had erroneously put them on a heat mat, and they were averaging very high temperatures on that heat mat until someone told me I probably put them into dormancy because they go dormant when it's hot. And I thought, oh no. I took them off the heat mat and I put them on my shelving unit with my other plants. So the average temperature there was about 24 and dropped to like 17, 18 at night. So it mimicked the outside world for them, and that's when I noticed they started sprouting. The sedum is possibly going through a similar scenario because the sedum were also on the heat mat. And as you can see, nothing has, oh, never mind, one has sprouted. This is the sedum Paris de la Rosa. So far there's one sprout that I found just now because initially I thought there was none. So I'm pretty happy that at least one of them sprouted. So I will cover that. Missed it. I'll talk about watering them in a minute. This one is the sedum suaviolens. So this one I was really hoping to see results on, and as you can see, nothing has sprouted yet. So I'm hoping that the new change in temperatures and conditions will help these guys to sprout, because I'm really hoping that these ones sprout. These are the suaviolens. I thought maybe I saw two in the, okay, so there's that guy. That's one. Yeah, it looks like only one has come up so far in this container. It's better than nothing. So there we have it. So again, basically my error was to have them on the heat mat, which was too hot for them. Despite me keeping them moist, I would bottom water when I felt that they were light. I would spritz them very lightly, in, like if I ever opened the container to check on them, I would spritz them lightly. Now that the lithops have sprouted, I have them much closer to my grow lights because I don't want them to get leggy and topple over. I want them to establish. And I've been putting little fine sand to support them even more so that they don't topple over. I may have to do that with echeveria laui because, as you notice, they looked like they were starting to be a little leggy. Here. You see, they look kind of like on thin stalks. So I will have to bring these guys a little closer to the light source and keep an eye on them so that they don't dry out. And I read that it's very important that the baby seedlings do not dry out since they are not yet capable of holding enough water. So what I'm going to make sure is that they're moist and humid, as evidenced by the condensation droplets on the lids, that they're not dried out. And yet I'm not going to overwater, so it's finding that balance between them. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll touch base with you guys in another 4 weeks.